Example 11. Find the volume of the solid formed when the graph of this function, y equals x squared, from 0 to 5 is revolved about the x-axis. Okay, so we know what that graph looks like. Let's just take a look at it. It's our base parabola. We're looking from 0 to 5. Let's call that here. And then we're going to revolve that around the x-axis. So something like this. Okay, we're looking for that volume. So volume is pi times integral from 0 to 5 of x squared dx. Simplify that, x to the power of 4. Take the integral, x to the power of 5 over 5 from 0 to 5. 5 to the power of 5 over 5, subtract 0 to the power of 5 over 5. So pi times, just simplifying that, that will be 5 to the power of 4, which is 625, and pi. What are our units? Don't know, so it's a volume, units cubed. Example 12. One arch of y equals sine x is rotated through 360 degrees about the x-axis. So this is what that graph looks like using this identity. Okay, so it's giving us an identity. We're probably going to have to use that to help solve volume of revolution. So volume is the pi times the integral from this one arch is half of a period, so it only brings us as far as pi, so from 0 to pi of sine x, and that's squared dx. So another way of writing that, sine squared x dx. Okay, so this is where our identity is coming in handy. We don't know how to integrate this. Okay, so this identity, these two things are equal, so we'll substitute that in. 1/2 subtract 1/2 cos 2x, and we do know how to integrate this guy. So integrating, we've got, when we integrate 1/2, that's 1/2 x. When we integrate cos, it becomes sine. So that remains negative. It becomes a sine instead of a cos. But this is the ax plus b example. We need a as 2, so we also need to multiply by another 1 over 2. And that's from 0 to pi. 1/2 x. Simplifying, subtract 1/4 sine 2x from 0 to pi. Substituting in, 1/2 pi, subtract 1/4 sine 2 pi, subtract 1/2 times 0, subtract 1/4 sine 2 times 0. Lots of brackets here, keep them straight please. So pi over 2, subtract 1/4. Sine of 2 pi on our unit circle. 2 pi is all the way around, sine is 0 there. Subtract 1/2 times 0, 0. Negative 1/4. Sine of 2 times 0 is sine of 0. Sine of 0 is also 0. Okay, so that's 0. So pi times pi over 2, subtract 0, subtract 0. Okay, so pi squared over 2. And do we have units? No, we do not. So this is a volume. It is units cubed. Okay, so this the volume of that rotated around the x-axis 360 degrees would be pi squared over 2.